Associate Band Director. Allison Deeds, Highland Dance Instructor. Caitlin Kavanaugh and Amy Earl, Color Guard Instructor. James Dennis, Bagpipe Instructor. Nick Bruno, Percussion Instructor. And the Director of Bands is Tamara Lewis. We open our pregame show tonight with God Bless America. White Major Maya Harris now leads us in the traditional playing of Amazing Grace. Please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. We thank the JROTC for providing the color guard and raising the flag at the south side of the stadium. Now, please join Band Captain Javier Delgado Gutierrez and the Kilty Band as we honor America. Please remain standing for the playing of our alma mater.
Good evening, and welcome to Charlie Cleveland Stadium at IROG Field. Tonight's contest, the Rams will be hosting Clearwater Academy International. We take great pride in providing opportunities for all athletes to participate in a healthy and safe environment, and ask you join us in setting an exemplary model of sportsmanship. Please support our athletes, coaches, and officials with positive actions and encouragement, and enjoy tonight's game. Tonight's officials are members of the Gulf Coast Football Officials Association. Referee, Dan Music. Umpire, Jeff Bogomil. Head linesman, Gary Evans. Line judge, Terry Evans. Back judge, Bob Horvath. Our clock operators tonight are Jim Nittauer and Jason Heckmar. Let's meet the Riverview Rams captains for tonight. Number 4, DeMarcus Abner. Number 7, Donta Abner. Number 72, Kai Colazo. And number 77, Bobby Bowden.
Hey Ram Nation, Coach Smithers here. I'm excited to get this football season underway. I'm also excited to bring to you another season of our football games via YouTube. If you like the games that you're able to watch every weekend, we'd love to get your help. There are two ways to do it. You can do it either via text or you can do a sponsorship. If you're interested, please contact Jackie Weller. Her information is on the screen. Thank you very much for tuning in, and go Rams.
Welcome on into Rams after a month off are back in action tonight. We got a special edition of football tonight. It is Thursday night football here at the Sarasota High Stadium. This is the spot that the Rams will be playing the rest of their home games this season due to Hurricane Ian, which is the reason that the Rams did lose 2 games this year. They had the bye week, and then the hurricane hit, causing us to miss the game against Venice High School and Osceola. That Venice game has been pushed back to next week, which will also take place here at Sarasota High School. And then the Rams are back again at Sarasota High School because that's when they were originally scheduled to play Sarasota. So these next 2 games that the Rams are at Sarasota High School, they are technically the home team. But when they do play Sarasota on October 28th, they will be the away team. That November 4th game still to be decided, but a lot to look forward to. You're going up against a Clearwater International Academy night team that is 5-0 in the year. They went 2-0, 10-2 last year, and have just been making things happen. They beat a lot of good teams, Palmetto Miami earlier in this season, a team that has continued to impress, especially with the running back duo of Khalil Campbell and Ben Cottrell. They'll be looking to hit the Rams tonight, but the Rams defense has been one of the stronger parts of this Rams team that we saw. We saw it especially against that win against Lehigh. Again, that win against Lehigh feels like forever ago. That was because it was on September 16th. Today is October 13th. It has been almost a month since the Rams have seen the field, but they'll look to come back on the field and make a statement tonight versus Clearwater. Again, the Rams started the season 0-3, lost to Seminole 48-0, then Butte Holes 45-6, then took a double overtime defeat to Palmetto 17-14, and then were able to get a win under their belt before this long break against Lehigh. And here come the Riverview Rams out onto the field.
Let's put our hands together for your Riverview Rams.
Talking to Coach Smithers earlier this week, I kind of asked him about how different it was going to be not having those home games. Remember, Riverview started the year with 3 games on the road. They were only able to play that 1 game against Lehigh, which means Riverview is only going to have 1 home game this season. And I talked to him about how that would impact the players. He said the players aren't worried about that. The players are worried about getting the job done wherever it has to. Obviously, he said it sucks that they're not going to be able to experience, those last couple home games at the Rambo, but the players have their minds right. Seconds away until Rams football comes back. Again, almost a month since the last Rams win. It was a 31-28 win over Lehigh, which features the number 2 running back in the entire nation. They were able to hold him for under 100 yards. In fact, Scooter Troutman in that last game on 18 carries ran for 118 yards, out-rushing the number 2 running back in the entire nation. And Will Troutman, he is the number 2 running back on this team. DJ Johnson was out with an injury during that Lehigh game. He is back tonight. Riverview will kick it away first. Stone Springman set to boot this one away. Stone Springman with that game-winning field goal against Lehigh. 48-yarder to secure the 31-28 win.
Kicking off for the Rams, Stone Springman.
It has And we are, it's turned into an onside kick, and who falls on that? Riverview had a great chance to jump on it, but Clearwater does pick it up. Stone Springman looked like it just bounced out of the reach of his hands and around the 50-yard line where he would have been able to pick it up. The Rams fired out the tricks early, but the Knights will take advantage. They will start the drive on their own 45-yard line. Coming out at quarterback for the Knights, it's Evans Chuba. Has 1,073 yards all in the year. Averages 268 yards passing per game. Also has a leg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the win over Madison County last week. Chuba under some pressure. Deshaun Olave couldn't wrap him up. Fires it deep down the field in the first play. And it is intercepted on the first play of the game.
Evans Chuba pass was intercepted by the Rams.
Keone on the interception. Chuba underthrew the pass and run away to get this game underway.
Rams will take over. Ball placed.
Keone played that perfectly. Got right under it, timed the jump perfectly. Taller wide receiver than him, but made it look easy. And now, after that big play by the Rams defense on the first play, it comes Jeremiah Dawson and the Riverview offense. Talked to Coach Smithers yesterday, and I asked him about Jeremiah Dawson. So far in the year, he's averaged 79 yards per game, and I talked to him about exactly what more you want to see out of Jeremiah Dawson, and he said he expects a lot out of him, and that he expects that we'll see that after a strong couple weeks of practices. It's going to be a handoff, bouncing to the left side. It's a first down for the Rams. Welcome back, DJ Johnson.
Ball carrier Scooter Trotman for a nice gain around the left side. The result of the play is the Rams first down.
First down and 10 now for the Rams. Dawson in the shotgun, and there appears to be some movement.
False start Rams.
And that'll push the Rams back. Again, we talked about it. DJ Johnson had 2 rushing touchdowns in that win against Palmetto, and then got injured in the week at practice leading into Lehigh. And then it led for Scooter Trotman to have a big game, 118 yards rushing, had a touchdown, outrushed the number 2 running back in the nation. But DJ Johnson, he's back tonight. Another false start on the Rams.
False start, 1st and 20.
Kai Colasso gets called for it. So now after the turnover, after 2 straight false starts, it'll bring up first down and 20. Dawson drops back. Looking, and it's almost intercepted. C.J. McKinney almost got his hands on it. Dawson rushed the throw, and it'll bring up second down and long. Looked like they were going for Marshall Thompson on the screen, who is coming back for his first game of the season after dealing with some injuries earlier in the year. It's a handoff up the middle. Johnson following his blockers. And it'll get around 7 yards on the carry.
For a 6-yard gain, it'll be 3rd and 14.
So 3rd down and 14 coming up here for the Rams at their own 18-yard line. Dawson is in the shotgun. DJ to his right, under some pressure. It's a screen. They've got Lester, but Lester doesn't have the ball. Cannot get his hands on it, and after a strong start for the Rams, an interception and an 11-yard rush by DJ Johnson, they proceed to move backwards, and it will send out Stone Springman.
Springman back to punt for the Rams.
.56 to go here in the first quarter. Stone Springman set to boot this one away. And Stone Springman did not get a good leg on that one. And it's going to go out of bounds at around the 38-yard line. And the Knights will have great field position to start their second drive of the game. They have great field position to start their first drive of the game. And that'll bring back out Evans Chuba. Chuba on the year with 6 touchdowns passing and 2 rushing. Had those 2 rushing touchdowns last week against Madison County. The Knights were able to pull out a 39-20 win in a game that they dominated from start to finish. Got up quickly in that one, 33-0. And the bench warmers did the rest. So it's first down and 10 for the Knights. It's a pitch. It's to Campbell, and he is met at the line of scrimmage right there by Deshaun Olave and Aiden Steiner. Dante Abner also in on the stop. Again, that is where the Knights are going to want to attack. That duo of running backs in Campbell and Cottrell have really hurt teams this year. That's where they're going to want to lead this year. My goodness! This goodness gracious! Big Mark on the sack. Knocked his head off on that one. And the Rams front 4 right now, making a name for itself early. Big Mark came bulldozing through and slammed the quarterback to the ground, taking off his helmet in the process, and it will bring up third down. It is third down and around 16. They will hand it off. It is to Campbell. The ball comes loose. Who's got it? It appears Riverview does, and they do. Kyle Neighbors recovers it, and that's already 2 forced turnovers by the Rams defense tonight. Well, the defense has come ready to play. The interception by Keone on the first play of the game. You've got the sack by DeMarcus Abner, and then that ball just got punched out of Campbell's hand, and Kyle Neighbors was able to fall on it. Riverview has come out hot tonight, and they'll start in great field position. They'll have it at their own 42-yard line. Dawson in the shotgun. Going to hand it off to DJ Johnson. Johnson trying to find the middle, and he's going to get pushed back by the Herta Knights. Not before picking up around 4 or 5 yards on the carry.
Second and 6. Ball placed at the 47-yard line.
Second down and 5 coming up here for the Rams. Coach Smithers talked about not wanting to start this game early, and that was one of his concerns for this week. However, the Rams defense has not started slowly, and the offense seeming to get a move on it as another DJ Johnson run, and that's another Riverview first. Never mind, it looks like they're going to mark him just about a yard short. It's going to bring up third down and 1. Well, starting slow for the defense has not been a problem. Not even halfway through the first quarter. They've already forced 2 turnovers. A big third down and 1 coming up here for the Rams offense. This is a spot at this point in the season they have struggled to convert. Right up the gut. DJ Johnson bounces, and DJ Johnson picks up the first down.
DJ Johnson with a nice run, result of the play.
A 9-yard carry by DJ Johnson, and another Riverview first down. He is moving the ball down the field with ease. We saw this against Lehigh, even with the backup running back, Scooter Troutman in. The offense, the running game, has really been moving. Jeremiah Dawson in the shotgun. Chris Lease in on running back. They'll go to Lease. Lease up the middle. And Lease a solid pickup. They'll give him about 2.5 yards.
Ball carrier of Chris Lease. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 for the Rams.
Rams have shown the ability to run all year. The passing game hasn't been all that this season. However, the run game has made up for it, especially in the last couple weeks that the Rams have played. But here's Dawson. Fires over the middle to Lester, and that is intercepted. C.J. McKinney picks off Dawson's pass, and it's just a game of hot potato with the football because nobody wants it.
Clearwater will start first and 10.
Dawson's second pass attempt of the game. Kind of just tried to force it in there to Charles Lester, but Lester kind of overran. It was a behind him pass, and once again, the Rams, who were driving, the defense set them up well, could not convert. And so once again, the Clearwater offense makes its way back out onto the field. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Campbell, and Campbell fights for about 4 yards.
Campbell on the carry. Tackle made by the Rams, number 4, DeMarcus Abner.
DeMarcus Abner in on the stop.
And 76, Xander Jacobson.
2nd down and around 7. Under some pressure, he throws it over the middle, and it is caught. There's a flag back at around the 43-yard line. This will most likely go against Clearwater.
Number 5, Dallas Sims.
And it is. You can push that baby back 10 yards. They'll get the Knights for a holding. That'll bring up 2nd down and more. .6:48 to go here in the first quarter. It has been a back-and-forth game, and not a back-and-forth game scoring the football. The Rams have forced 2 turnovers. The Knights have forced 1 turnover. So 3 turnovers between both these teams. No offense can really find their groove at the moment. It'll bring up 2nd down and around 20 yards. 2nd and 23. In the shotgun. Chuba fires to the right side, and it is caught. Once again, it is Dallas Sims.
Pass caught by number 5, Dallas Sims.
Dallas Sims, 9 receptions, 189 yards, and 2 touchdowns going into this game. Makes it 3rd and manageable. Third down and 11. The Knights trying to get something going on offense. Evans hands it off to Campbell. Campbell bounces off a tackler, bounces off another, makes a cut at the 20, and the ball comes out again! And it is recovered by Riverview again! Kyle Neighbors again! My goodness, nobody wants this football.
Kyle Neighbors.
Kyle Neighbors lands on the football again. Stripped away by DeMarcus Abner. And everyone on this Riverview defense making an impact. And just when you thought one team had finally made that break, Campbell hits a hole on. It's 3rd down and 11, kind of just running a draw play, trying to see if you can maybe get in 4th down and manageable. No, shoots it up the gut. Looks like he might go to the house. but DeMarcus Abner had other plans, stripped it right from him, and Kyle Neighbors, his second fumble recovery of the game.
The Riverview Rams' first annual athletic golf outing be held Saturday, November 5th.
Three drives for Clearwater, 3 turnovers. And you can only imagine the talking to Campbell is getting over there on that sideline. He's lost both the fumbles so far. So for the third time, here's the Riverview offense, and it's to Bradley Weller, and Weller picks up the first down. Coach Smithers talked about how much he wanted Bradley Weller to step it up. Obviously, the Rams lost a lot of receivers last year, but in talking to him on Wednesday, he talked about how much he expects a Bradley Weller to bring to this offense, and he gets 11 right there on the reception. Dawson is in the shotgun. Hands it off to DJ Johnson. Johnson up the middle. Johnson stays on his feet. Johnson powers ahead. Picks up 9. DJ Johnson, 6 carries on the night.
DJ Johnson on the carry.
And he's already got 44 yards for himself. First down and 10 for the Rams. 2 plays, 2 first downs. Once again, it's to Johnson. Johnson to the outside, and Johnson still on his feet. Kind of gets grabbed down by his helmet. And another solid pickup. Will pick up 5 on the play.
Second and 6.
The Rams really keen in on that offensive run game. Only 2 passing attempts so far. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We are still scoreless at Sarasota High School, where the Rams will be playing the remainder of all their games this season. As here is the screen over to Lester. Lester breaks a tackle. Lester trying to stay on his feet, but he cannot. He is swarmed down by a bunch of Knights, and it will bring up third down. He'll lose around 2-3 yards on the play. So a loss of 3 on the play brings up third down and 8.
Timeout, Riverview, the first charge timeout of the first half.
Victor's 1 time. Victor's 1 time.
So a timeout is called. 4:18 to go. And welcome back on in. Dawson on third down and 8 fires to Lester.
Jeremiah's pass complete to Charles Lester. Short gain, it'll bring up fourth down for Riverview. Tackled by Anthony Papa.
And the Rams punt team will come on out. Stone Springman, his second punt of the game. His first punt of the game was not so great. Second one once again goes out of bounds really short. So 3:28 here to go in the first quarter. And after the Knights have turned the ball over 3 times, you would think the Rams would have been able to muster some sort of lead, even if it was just a field goal. However, Riverview has been stopped on all 3 of their possessions. And the energy, and you got to think the mindset of that Knights sideline. We've turned the ball over 3 times, and this game is still 0-0. You know, we can go down the field right now and score, and we're winning this game. 4th drive of the game for the Knights. Chuba in the shotgun with Campbell right behind him. And it looks like it was movement at the front of the line. Might have just been a timeout. Backup quarterback comes on in. It is Danny McMullen. McMullen in the shotgun. You have to imagine this is going to Campbell, and it does, and he is tackled down low by Kyle Neighbors. Kyle Neighbors all over the place tonight.
Campbell on the carry, tackled by number 11.
And McMullen goes to the bench, and Evans Tuba comes right back onto the field.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Ref must have sent him off on that timeout. Must have been an official timeout. It's 2nd down and 10. Chuba in the shotgun. Delayed. Throws it over the middle. He's got a man, but he overthrows him. Dallas Sims was wide open in the middle of the field, just could not find him. There was a flag on the play. And it is holding on the Knights. And the Rams will back them up, so we will redo 2nd down.
Penalty on Clearwater. Backs them up to 24 yards.
Second down and 21 coming up here for the Knights. Chuba fakes the handoff, throws it deep down the field, and it is incomplete. Going through Jack Gudek.
Intended for Jack Gudek. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Scooter Trotman and Eugene Hicks on the coverage, and it will bring up 3rd down and 21. Jack Gudek and his brother Luke Gudek, 2 of the biggest playmakers for this wide receiver core for the Knights. They'll need a play right here if they want to convert this 3rd down and 21. Under some pressure, it's a screen to Campbell. Campbell's got some blockers. Campbell trying to follow loose blockers, but he is tripped up.
Clearwater with a screen play.
And once again, the Rams defense forces a stop.
It'll bring up 4th down.
And the punt team should come on here for the Knights. However, it is not. It is 4th down and 15 from their own 40-yard line, and the Knights are going for it. We'll see if this is to try and just throw them offside, but a surprising decision nonetheless. And never mind, the quarterback will punt it away. And it will take a Riverview bounce and be downed at the 31-yard line.
Punt down at the 31-yard line.
That was about to be a really interesting play call. That was not a punt. but actually a smart decision. When you've got a guy like Charles Lester going against you, you don't want to give him any chance of returning it, and that's exactly kind of the situation that they were faced with, and they decided to do that, and it worked to perfection, eliminated a possible return from Lester. So the Rams will start their fourth drive of the game at the 31-yard line. The Rams defense has done their part. Looking for some help from that offense. Jeremiah Dawson in the shotgun. Hands it off up the middle. It's DJ. DJ Johnson. Once again, a positive gain. It'll be around 7 yards.
Pick up a 5 yard.
Already at over 50. DJ Johnson just powering through this defense. You saw the corners of the defensive line converting in on him, but just couldn't catch him. And here goes DJ Johnson again. Close to the first down marker. He'll be marked a yard short.
39. Tyreek Harris will bring up 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down in just about inches. And never mind, they're going to give him the first down. Just made the yard of gain. So a first down for the Rams. Dawson in the shotgun, Lease now behind him. They'll hand it off to Chris Lease. And Chris Lease powers ahead. They'll mark him down at the 46-yard line. Riverview just running right through this defense.
5 yard gain on the play, 2nd and 5.
Still only 2 pass attempts so far. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Knotted up at 0. It's been a defensive showcase here at Sarasota High School. Dawson in the shotgun. Clearwater brings pressure. They expected the run, and they were ready for the run. Chris Lease met behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1.
Number 15, Antoine Guai.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Rams. 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. We'll see if they elect to take a snap before that quarter ends. They will. And they'll hand it off up the middle to DJ Johnson, powering ahead. Did he get the first down? It appears that they gave it to him. It is close.
Johnson on the carry.
And it is. It's a first down for the Rams. On 3rd down and 6, DJ Johnson on his 10th carry of the night punches it home for a first down. And that is the end of quarter number 1. Rams and the Knights tied up at 0. And welcome back on into Sarasota High School, where the Rams and Knights getting the second quarter underway. It's 1st down and 10 for the Rams, and it's a screen over to Lester. And Lester pushed out of bounds after a gain of around 24 yards.
Caught by Lester. 3 yard gain, 2nd and 7 for the Rams.
Rams student section quickly filled up right before this game got underway. Good turnout, especially for the game not being at home. 2nd and 7 to DJ Johnson. It goes, but he is going to be wrapped up. First initial tackle made right there by Anthony Poma.
Anthony
And
Poma
it'll bring
with
up
the
third
tackle.
down for the Rams.
No gain on the play.
3rd and 7. Clearwater keying in on that run just a little bit over here in the last couple of plays. Dawson looks to the sideline. Second quarter just underway on a beautiful night here in Sarasota, Florida. Both these teams just trying to figure out the offense. Their defense has been there. They'll hand it off to Johnson. Johnson stays on his feet, and he's going to be marked just short of the marker. He's a yard short. DJ Johnson
DJ
picks
on
up
the carry.
6.
Tackled by number 39.
So now
Fourth and
it
one
looks
for
like
the
the Rams are going to go for it. And they're going to bring in some stronger people at the front. They're going to bring in Christian Letso and Dante Abner. Big Mark wanted to get in on the action. They pushed him back to the sideline. 4th down and 1. It's a big play for the Rams, needing to get something going on offense. They'll hand it off up the middle. Johnson got the first down. Stiff arms his way for some extra yards.
Johnson with a first down carry, pushed out of bounds.
A 7-yard gain by DJ Johnson. He is just running right through this defense in a huge pickup on 4th down and 1. That's exactly what you needed. And if you were going to be stopped there, the Knights would have been blessed with beautiful field position again. Now, it obviously hasn't translated to the scoreboard for the Knights, but if you're not going to score, you at least want to win the field position battle game, which is really what it's been. And part of the reason the Rams haven't scored, they've been further back on the field for these first couple of drives as Chris Lease picks up a yard on the carry. Ten minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Dawson looking for Lester, and it is tipped and caught! How did he control that? Touchdown! CL3! How about the control on that catch by Charles Lester? Tipped it up to himself, came down with it, and in for 6. It's the type of plays he's able to make. He's unbelievable, and the Rams strike first. And the extra point is up, and it is good. Stone Springman knocks it down, and the Rams strike first. A 25-yard pass to Charles Lester. Looked like it was out of his reach, tipped it up to himself, made the catch, made the score. 9:51 to go here in quarter number 2. It's the Rams 7 and the Knights 0. Welcome back on in. The Rams lead the Knights 7-0 after a Charles Lester 25-yard touchdown. Stone Springman boots it away. And whistles go off everywhere. And it's going to be a false start on the Rams on the kickoff. So they'll back them up to the 35-yard line.
5-yard penalty. move that 5 yards.
And you don't see it much, but you saw it on that touchdown. Charles Lester in single coverage right there. Just made a quick little slant route to the right side of the field. It was a little bit of a bad pass, but Charles Lester was able to reach his hand out there, get a piece of it, and then through that was able to then find the ball, make the reception, and get in for 6. Beautiful play all around, and it sees the Rams with the 7-0 lead. Coach Smithers, again, we talked about it earlier. He talked about not wanting to start off slow, and that was one of his biggest concerns heading into this week against a 5-0 team. Starting slow, it can't be the way. However, the defense, 4 straight stops. 3 of them have been turnovers they forced, and then a touchdown for the Rams. But that fast start might go away here quickly. So Springman wraps him up out of bounds. But a beautiful return right there for the Knights. T.J. Wilson all the way down the field. So just like that, the Knights have their best field position of the night. Well, they have to make it count here. They've had great field position all night. They haven't converted all night. Down 7-0, you have to punch this in for 6 if you're the Knights. Here's Chuba in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Campbell. Campbell trying to bounce to the left side. Find some room. There goes Campbell, pushed out of bounds by DeMarcus Abner. But it's going to be first down and goal from the 5-yard line.
By DeMarcus Abner. First and goal, Clearwater.
Go blue.
First down and goal. Once again to Campbell. Campbell slips. And Campbell is down and around the 1 or 2 yard line. They'll mark him at the 2 with his second down and goal.
Do it again.
Second down and goal from the 2. Cuba will keep it. He had 2 last week, and he's got his first of this week. Chuba into the end zone for 6, and the Knights strike back right away.
Good try.
And it appears the Knights are going to stay on the field. We saw the Knights last week in their win over Madison County. Went for 2 to start the game on their first drive that they scored, and they'll elect to do the same here. Chuba in the shotgun. 2 running backs on both sides. He'll hand it off. No, he'll fake it, and he's got a man wide open. It is Luke Gudek, and just like that, the Knights have an 8-7 lead.
Caught by Luke. Clearwater 8.
Well, you blink, and just like that, the Knights have the lead. It was a great kickoff return by T.J. Wilson. And then the rushing touchdown by Evans Chuba. It's 8-7, 9:01 to play left in quarter number 2. We'll be back real shortly. Strike first in this game. Got up 7-0 after a Charles Lester touchdown. However, the Knights came right back to take the lead about a minute and a half later. So the first kickoff of the game, Shaq Perry boots it away, and it's caught by Scooter Trotman. Here goes Scooter Trotman up the middle, and Scooter Trotman powers ahead, and he'll get to the 33 yard line.
With the kickoff return.
Again, Scooter Trotman had that magical game against Lehigh in the Rams' last win. Had 118 yards rushing and outrushed the number 2 running back in the nation.
Ball placed at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Rams.
So the Rams offense coming back on. They did a great job of moving the ball in the last couple of drives. They weren't able to pick it up around midfield those, last 2. But then on the last drive, Charles Lester converted on a 25-yard reception for a touchdown. And the Rams back out on there for their 5th drive of the game. Handoff up the middle to DJ Johnson. And Johnson will be tackled right away.
Johnson with the carry,
Gets
2
around
yards,
3
2nd
yards.
and 8.
.8:34 to play here in the second quarter. The Knights lead by 1. Dawson in the shotgun. The Rams have relied heavy on that run game so far. Knights show pressure. DJ Johnson is going to be wrapped up.
Guard, come on down.
DJ with the carry, not much gain.
Samuel Eretz on the tackle, and that will bring up a big 3rd down and 8 for the Rams. Just had the lead 2-3 minutes ago. Now you don't. Now you're faced with the 3rd down and 8 at your own 36-yard line. This is a big spot for the Rams. Dawson looks over to the sideline. 2 wide receivers to his right. Wotrowski to his left.
Didn't hear the call. Come on down.
Dawson hands it off to Chris Lease up the middle. Lease is tripped up about 2-3 yards short. And what will Smithers elect to do here?
With the carry, it'll bring up 4th and 3.
It looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field. 4th down and 2. Ball at your own 41-yard line. Now this is a big play in this game. Clearwater just drove down the field and scored. Giving them the ball back at your 41-yard line could be costly. But it doesn't look like the Rams are going to do much of anything. Smithers will elect to take a timeout here, so they'll have time to think over this decision with 6:48 to go in quarter number 2. And it looks like the punting team will come on out. And that's exactly what will happen. Dawson and company head to the sideline, and Stone Springman out for his 3rd punt of the night. Stone Springman in the last game against Lehigh had some good punts and looked great in warm-ups, but so far in these first 2, they've gone both out of bounds and both well short. Stone Springman, one of the top kickers in the nation. 4.5-star recruit.
Stone Springman back to punt.
And it's a high snap, and Stone dropped it, and it's going to be recovered by the Knights.
Ball
A
recovered
terrible
by
snap.
Clearwater.
Stone Springman tried to get his hands on it, out of his reach, and a costly turnover for the Rams. And Stone Springman a little shaken up after that. Just can't afford that at this time in the game. 8-7, still early, but after the Knights just scored, really want to pin them back deep now. Once again, great field position. They'll start at the Rams' 26-yard line. It's 1st down and 10. Evans in the shotgun. Hands it off to Campbell. Campbell hits a hole, and he is going to be brought to the ground. Scooter Trotman on the tackle.
Campbell on the carry, tackled by DeMarcus Abner. That'll bring up 2nd and 4 for Clearwater.
2nd down and 4 for the Knights. Looking to add on to their 8-7 lead. 6:20 to go here in the second quarter. Rams do receive the second half kickoff. Hands it off once again, and he is met behind the line of scrimmage. Dante Abner
Campbell
and
with the
DeMarcus
yard
Abner
loss
in there on the stop.
by
Deshaun Olave also in there for some help. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 5. The Knights do have a solid kicker in Jack Perry. We'll see if they elect to use him if they cannot convert this 3rd down and 5. Cuba in the shotgun. Yet again another handoff, and he is met to the ground. It is Jack Fulvig on the tackle. He had a big game against Lehigh over a month ago, and in his first game back, making an impact on that 3rd down and 5, and we'll see what they elect to do. And it looks like the field goal team will be headed out, or a timeout is taken.
Timeout.
So from 2nd down and 4 from the 19-yard line, the Riverview defense makes some key stops on 2nd and 3rd down, and the Knights are faced with their 4th down and 5. And it's 4th down and 5, and the offense elects to stay out on the field. Can the Rams defense make a stop? Chuba looking, fires deep in the end zone. He's got a man wide open, and it is a touchdown.
Touchdown, Clearwater.
It is Luke
Pass
Gudek
by
on the
Luke
reception.
Gudek.
Took some time for the officials to make the call, but they give Luke Gudek the touchdown. Fourth down and 5, a gutsy call to decide to go for it. And the Knights offense has awoken. Extra point is up, and it is blocked! So that makes up for the 2-point conversion last time. The Riverview defense swarms in and blocks the extra point.
The Rams 7.
5:05 here to go in the second quarter. The Knights on a 14-0 scoring run have taken the lead. Five turnovers combined. And welcome back on into Sarasota High School. In the last 5 minutes, the Knights have turned a 7-0 deficit into a 14-7 lead. And Perry boots it away. It'll be returned by Scooter Trotman. His second go at it, and Scooter Trotman makes a cut up the middle, and a beautiful return all the way out to the 40-yard line for Scooter Trotman.
Daylight got up to the 35-yard line.
The Rams' return game has been dangerous this year between the likes of Scooter Trotman and Charles Lester. So under 5 minutes to go here in the first half of action. The Riverview Rams can tie this ball game up with a touchdown. The Rams do receive the second half kickoff. So if you're able to drive down the field, get a touchdown, go into halftime 14-14, you're in a really comfortable spot getting the ball to start the second half. And you want to take a long, prolonged drive because this night's offense has been moving down the field quickly on these last two drives. They'll give it to DJ Johnson, and he is slammed to the ground. Dylan Simpson on the tackle.
Short gain by DJ Johnson. Tackled by 59, Sean Sevillano.
Second down and 9 coming up here for the Rams. It's a screen over to Lester. Can Lester get by? No, he slips. Lester trying to put a move on him.
Pass caught by Lester to bring up 3rd and 9.
And so now, another third down spot for the Rams. For an offense that was moving down the field pretty quickly for their first couple of drives. They never scored on them, but they were at least moving the ball down the field. Have kind of been in a stump. It's 3rd and 9, under 4 to play here in quarter number 2. Weather on the left, 2 out to the right. Dawson rolls to the right, looking, Dawson firing, and it's knocked away. A flag does come in late.
Flag on the play, we'll check that.
The refs will conjure and talk it over. And it's an ineligible man down the field for the Rams. And that'll be a loss of downs. Penalty is declined. Wouldn't matter if it was accepted or not. 4th down and 9. The Rams go 3 and out.
Decline the penalty, it'll bring up 4th and 9.
The Rams are going to have to rely on their defense. Obviously, going down 21-7, nowhere near out of the picture, out of the game if you go down 21-7, but definitely an uncomfortable spot if you get there. Stone Springman will boot it away. It's a low kick, which will take a Riverview bounce. Bouncing at the 27-yard line, where it will be down by Aiden Steiner.
That's rolled down at the 27-yard line.
So back out come the Knights offense.
Some other great sponsors we
And
have.
Evans Chua has done a great job in leading this offense in the last couple of drives. They've been short field drives, though. Every time that the Knights have started behind their own 50-yard line, they have not been able to convert and have turned the ball over 3 times. However, the last 2 drives, they've started inside the 30-yard line and were able to punch in both.
Those sponsors for supporting Riverview Athletics.
Want to give a shout out to some of our sponsors. Want to thank Sarasota Ford, Chick-fil-A, Pelican Plaza, New Concept Construction, and Jim and Charlie Ann Cypress. First down and 10. Rolls to the right. Looking, he's got Jack Gudek, and he is slammed to the ground. Keone on the tackle once again.
Jack Gutek. And the tackle by
Keone had that interception on the first play of the game to get this Rams defense rolling. Second down and 9. They'll hand it off to Campbell, and he is tackled to the ground by Deshaun O'Leave. The Rams leading tackler on the season. The senior standout. He's forced 2 fumbles this season and also has an interception return for a touchdown. It's 3rd down and 5. Chuba in the shotgun. He's got Campbell to the left. It's a big spot for the Rams defense. Can they give their offense the ball back with 2 minutes to go? Oh, look, over to Luke. It is completed, but it looks like he is short. And he is around 2 yards short. So now we'll see what the Knights offense decides to do. They're at their own 36, 37 yard line. Last time they punted, even in this formation. It's a big play on 4th down and 2. Trying to get him to jump. Evans looks over to the sideline. Campbell switches. Martin motions to the right. They will go for it. They'll hand it off up the middle, and he gets the 1st down. Campbell on the carry, and it's a 1st down for the Knights. They'll extend the drive and probably will not give the Rams another chance on offense before the half. .134 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Chuba, play action, throws it down the field, and it is knocked away, but a flag comes in. They're going to get Scooter Trotman for a pass interference. And the rain coming down hard here.
Pass intended to Dallas Sims. Flag on the play.
So the Knights will move 15 yards up the field.
On Riverview, automatic 1st down for Clearwater.
First down and 10. Ball at the Riverview 46-yard line. Evans drops back, firing it over the middle of the field. Had a receiver there. Could not locate with Mekhi Johnson.
Chuba's pass intended for Micah Johnson. Incomplete. 2nd and 10, Clearwater.
It's been a couple of times tonight where Evans has had a guy open, particularly in the middle of the field. He's done a better job locating on the sides, but over the middle, Evans has just not been able to locate his receivers. And now we'll look to the side, and he's got his receiver. It is Jack Gudek on the reception.
Chuba's pass complete to number
However,
7.
that play will be taken back. And we just talked about it. To the side, Evans has really been able to open up the passing game. However, to the middle, not able to. You saw the example. Found Jack Gudek for around a 30-yard gain. However, that holding's really going to push him back on this drive.
Holding on Clearwater takes away the catch. We'll back it up.
And they'll back them up all the way to their own 38-yard line. They're going to have to get to the opposite 38-yard line for a 1st down. Sorry, opposite 46. 2nd down and 26, a minute 10. Riverview has 1 timeout left to use. Evans under some pressure. It's a screen for Campbell, and Campbell's got it. Campbell shakes off the tackle and then gets wrapped up by DeMarcus Abner. Make that Dante Abner.
Campbell.
And Riverview has called that timeout.
Timeout Clearwater, their second charge timeout of the first half.
And Riverview will actually have one more. So 49 seconds to go. It's going to be third down and around 16 coming up here for the Knights. If they're not able to convert here, most likely going to see a punt. And then the Rams will have around, you're going to say 35, 30 seconds to try and get in field goal range. You have one of the top kickers in the nation. So, most teams are going to just have to throw Hail Mary bombs. But if you get to the 35-yard line, you're going to be able to kick a 52, 53-yard field goal. Coach Smithers said if he needed to, and if it was necessary, and if it was at the end of a half or end of a game, he is comfortable with Stone Springman kicking up to 55 yards. So you can mark that at around the 38-yard line of Clearwater that Riverview will have to get to if they want to try and elect and kick a field goal. So a third down and 16 coming up. Evans looks over to the sideline. He's got three wide receivers out to the right side, one to the left. Evans fires it over the middle, and it is incomplete. The Rams can save that timeout now.
Incomplete pass.
Was looking for Campbell. If he had hit him over the top, probably would have had him. But good defense by the Rams, and it sets up third down.
Ineligible man downfield.
It is an
Clearwater.
ineligible man downfield on Clearwater. That penalty will be
Rams
declined,
decline the penalty.
and it'll bring up fourth down.
It'll bring up fourth down for Clearwater.
And the punt team will come on for the Knights. So 45 seconds. You got Charles Lester back there. Get you a solid return. Get you around to the 40-45 is where you would ideally like to start this drive. And the Rams will elect to use that timeout now.
Timeout Riverview, their last.
So an
charge
interesting
timeout for the
decision
first
right
half.
there by Coach
We'd like to thank
Smithers.
Geckos for
Not save the
providing
timeout for the
team
final
meal
drive.
tonight. Thank you, Geckos. Mike and Mike.
Take some time to thank our sponsors. Want to thank Sarasota Ford, Chick-fil-A, Pelican Plaza, New Concept Construction, Jim and Charlie and Cypress. To donate to the streams, to keep us live streaming all season long, text GO RAMS to 243-725. Again, to donate, text GO RAMS to 243-725. So Jack Perry set to punt this one away. Rams bring pressure, and that is a bad kick. Exactly what the Rams were hoping for. And they're going to start in great field position. Out of bounds at their own 46-yard line with 38.5 seconds to work. The Riverview defense does their job. Now the offense with 38.5 seconds to go, trying to come onto the field and make something happen before halftime. See if they can punch one in, or if Stone Springman can get them three. And here comes the offense. Clearwater International trying to get their sixth win of the year. They are 5-0 on the season. Here's Dawson. And Dawson will kneel. And the Rams will be content taking this to halftime, down 14-7.
The Rams choose
And yes, that will end our half. The Knights end the half on a 14-0 run. They lead 14-7. The Rams had the ball at the 46-yard line and did not elect to try and get in field goal range or potentially score with 38 seconds. Didn't feel like it was enough time. But the Rams will receive the second half kickoff. We'll be back after halftime in 17 minutes. It's the Rams 7 and the Knights 14.
Nation, Coach Smithers here. I'm excited to get this football season underway. I'm also excited to bring to you another season of our football games via YouTube. If you like the games that you're able to watch every weekend, we'd love to get your help. There are two ways to do it. You can do it either via text or you can do a sponsorship. If you're interested, please contact Jackie Weller. Her information is on the screen. Thank you very much for tuning in, and go Rams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Kilty Band. Band doesn't feel like drum majors Will Gutowski, assistant drum majors Molyneux Williams and Andras Kalpathy. The band captain is Javier Delgado Gutierrez. The dancer is Emma Cole. The color guard captain is Quincy Mercier, and our flight major is Amaya Harris. The Kilty Band has been invited, and we will be traveling to Boston to march in the St. Patrick's Day Parade. In honor of our trip, our show features music from Boston bands. We open with the Boys Like Girls hit, Love Drum. 1973, a very well-known Boston band released their first self-titled album, Aerosmith. Our show continues with the power ballad from that album, featuring Leah Cohen on trombone and Lindsay Mercier on the flag solo. This is Dream On. The American Celtic punk band Dropkick Murphys is formed. They made this piece popular on the soundtrack to the Boston crime thriller The Departed. We feature our pipers and Highland dances on I'm Shipping Up to Boston. Perform the drum dance as principal dancer Emma Coles. We close our show with a medley from the band that named themselves after their hometown. Two of their biggest hits, the first song took 5 years to write and speaks about how music can take us away, and the second is one of the band's quickest written songs with lyrics being described as optimistic about the road that lies ahead. Featuring Noah Tonneson on trumpet, this is Boston's More Than a Feeling and Don't Look Back. once again, the Kilty Band. The Kilties would like to thank our generous sponsors. Thanks to PDQ at the Landings, Florida Coca-Cola Flowers, Courtesy Cleaners. Thank you Chick-fil-A at Pelican Plaza, and Blaze Pizza UTC. Special thanks to everyone here at Sarasota High School for having us tonight.
Nation, Coach Smithers here. I'm excited to get this football season underway. I'm also excited to bring to you another season of our football games via YouTube. If you like the games that you're able to watch every weekend, we'd love to get your help. There are two ways to do it. You can do it either via text or you can do a sponsorship. If you're interested, please contact Jackie Weller. Her information is on the screen. Thank you very much for tuning in, and go Rams.
And welcome back on in to Sarasota High School, where the Riverview Rams are down by 7 against the Clearwater International Academy Knights, 14-7. It was a very entertaining first half of action. We're 3 minutes away from the second half getting underway, so let's do a short little breakdown for those who are just joining us. We started this game, first play on offense, Evans Chuba quarterback for Clearwater, throws the deep ball. Keone intercepts it. Riverview hyped up. They're getting going. Riverview, however, gets a couple first downs, has to punt it back away. And then Clearwater starts moving the ball down the field. They fumble. Kyle Neighbors picks it up. Riverview once again is stopped. Then, third drive. It's third down and 11. Clearwater backed up at around their own 35-yard line. They hand it off to Campbell once again. This time Campbell shoots up the gut, runs for around 40 yards before Big Mark DeMarcus Abner strips it away. Kyle Neighbors lands on it, his second fumble recovery of the game. In between all that, Dawson had thrown an interception near around the 40-yard line. But Riverview had been dominating the turnover battle in this game but weren't able to capitalize. But after that third turnover, however, Riverview was able to drive down the field, and Dawson connected with Charles Lester on a 25-yard score to give the Rams the lead with around 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. However, T.J. Wilson on the kickoff return returned it from the 20 all the way down to the other 20-yard line. It was a 60-yard return for T.J. Wilson. Got the Knights in beautiful field position, and then it was Chuba who punched it in on a 2-yard rushing touchdown. They went for 2. They ended up getting it. Then the Rams on a missed punt opportunity. They tried to punt it. It was a high snap. Stone Springman couldn't fall on it. Another turnover. Clearwater recovered. They drove down the field. They punched it in for 6 on around a 20-yard reception on a fourth down and around 5. That was to Luke Gudek. And then the point after was blocked. And that leads us to where we are right now. It is 14-7. The Rams are 1-3 on the year, and their 2 biggest games of the year come in the next 2 weeks. You've got 2 district games against Venice High School, and the following week against your top rival, Sarasota High School, a team you've beaten 11 times in a row. This is the crunch. This is the core of this schedule. And Coach Smithers, in talking to me earlier, said he wants nothing more than to go into the biggest and toughest part of his schedule, the most important part of his schedule, and with a win over a top-rated opponent in Clearwater International, who is 5-0, looking to get to 6-0 on the year. Riverview will receive to start the second half. Want to welcome every single one of you that is joining us here on this Thursday night. Make sure if you guys are enjoying it to hit that subscribe button, guys. We're going to be going live for you guys all season long here on the Riverview Sports Network, so make sure to tune in all season long. We'll be next live next Friday versus Venice here at Sarasota High School in what is a district game. And if Riverview is able to beat Venice, it puts them in a spot against the rival to clinch the district championship. But before all of that, the Rams have their work cut out for them. Down 14-7. That's the third quarter about to get underway.
Lester and Trotman.
Charles Lester and Scooter Trotman back deep to return.
Jack Perry
kicking away. Only his second kickoff of the night. And Perry. And it'll go out of bounds. Kicked it to the opposite side of Lester and kicked it too far to the side.
The kick goes out of bounds. Illegal procedure on Clearwater.
So the Riverview offense going to start in beautiful field position. Or, never mind, they're going to make them re-kick it. Saw this a lot in the game last night. If you guys were at the Riverview freshman game, Riverview kickoff / punt return. Titus returned 2 for a touchdown. He returned a punt for a touchdown, and he returned a kickoff for a touchdown. And you saw that entire game before the kickoff that he ended up returning for a touchdown. They kicked it out of bounds 4 times, 4 to 3 times out of bounds before they finally made him kick it to him. they just had a kick in their bounds, and it returned it for a touchdown. Titus also had the punt return that tied up that game at 21. Carter Mooney was able to pull away in that one, 27-21. And the second half underway. Perry boots it, but the Rams get the man they want with it. It's Charles Lester. Lester with the head of steam, but he is brought down at the 31-yard line. And the Riverview offense will come back out onto the field for their first drive of the second half. You saw Charles Lester right there holding Scooter Trotman. Trotman exchanging words with one of the Knights. And part of my correction, that was Scooter Trotman on the return, not Charles Lester. So it's first down and 10 for the Rams as we begin the third quarter. Dawson hands it off to DJ Johnson. Johnson finds a little bit of running room. He's going to be tackled at the 38-yard line.
Carry, gain of 3 yards. Tackle by Sean Civillano.
Civillano on the tackle. It's second down and 8. They'll hand it off once again to DJ Johnson. Johnson up ahead through the middle. Didn't get the first down.
Nice
it's going to be
run right up
close.
the middle by DJ. Very close to a first
And
down.
they're going to mark
Check
him
on it.
just short. And there is a Ram down.
Official timeout for.
And there will be an official timeout. So we'll take a quick break. An injury on the field. 11:16 to go here in the third quarter. It's the Knights 14 and the Rams 7. The handoff. It's a DJ Johnson, bounces to the outside, and he picks up around 6-7 yards on the carry. They ended up giving the first down to the Rams on that last play, so it's second down now for the Rams. DJ Johnson been running crazy tonight. Picks up 5 on the carry. It's second down and 5. Here's the handoff. Bobbled it. DJ Johnson trying to bounce to the outside, and he cannot. Wrapped up for a loss of 2. Once again on the tackle, it is Dylan Simpson. Dylan Simpson, the leading defender in tackles for this team, averages 11 tackles per game, also has 1 fumble recovery for them this season, which came in last week's game versus Madison County. Third down and 6 coming up here for the Rams. Dawson drops back. Dawson throwing it deep down the field, and it is incomplete. Lester tried to come back for it, but he could not haul it in.
Lester the third, incomplete. Fourth down, Rams.
Pinata in coverage on the play, and that'll send out Stone Springman. They took the shot down the field to Lester. Lester had a step, but it was underthrown. Throw that in stride, and he's in for 6.
Stone Springman coming in for the punt for the Rams.
So the Rams get 1 first down, but that's all they can muster. There's that nice kick from Stone Springman. It takes a Riverview bounce, and they'll down it all the way down at the 2. They'll actually mark it at the 7 where they first touched it. But a nice punt right there by Stone Springman, and the Knights will have their work cut out for them. They'll have to go 93 yards down the field. Something that the Knights haven't shown they can do. Both times they have scored have started inside the 30-yard line. This is also a good chance to flip the field position battle. Something the Rams haven't necessarily done super well in the game, but putting them back at their own 8-yard line really sets you up a great chance you can get a 3 out here. You're going to start from inside your own 50 on the next drive. That is easier said than done with the explosiveness of this Knights offense. Chuba hands it off up the middle. Campbell bounces. Campbell shakes off a Scooter Trotman, shakes off of him again, and he picks up the first down. They'll actually mark him just short of the first, but what a run right there from Campbell.
Pushed out of bounds, looks 1 yard short, so second.
Campbell shoved off a Scooter Trotman a couple of times on that play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 1 from their own 18-yard line. Now hands it off. Once again, it is Campbell powering ahead to the 26-yard line for another Knights first down. Campbell has had his way tonight.
Campbell on the carry for a first down.
Campbell not even the leading rusher for this team, at least headed into this game. It was Ben Cottrell, but Ben Cottrell has not played tonight. Don't know if that's the coach's decision or due to an injury. First down and 10. 7 on the play clock. It's another handoff up the middle, but this time he's met right at the line of scrimmage.
Small gain by Campbell, tackled by a herd of Rams.
So 2nd down and 9 coming up after the 1 yard gain by Campbell. They've looked at Campbell on about every play this drive. Not about on every play this drive. So it's 2nd down and 9. Evans looks over to the sideline. Haven't used him much in the passing game. Someone who averages 268 yards per game. They'll hand it off once again, and he is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Big mark in on the stop again, and it will bring up 3rd down and 8. Maybe got a yard.
Ball carrier,
Now this is the play that the Rams needed. They did not score on their opening drive in the half. They need to get a stop here. Can't let the Knights go down and score. You go down 2 scores with the way the offense is playing right now, it's going to be a tough hill to climb out of. Not that it can't be done. They're going to throw deep down the field, and he throws it to the sideline. Absolutely nobody near him.
Pass incomplete.
A lot of miscommunication on that pass. It's 4th down and 8. And you have to imagine, behind the own 30, they're going to do exactly what they did that last time. And Lester's starting to realize it. He's going to go back for the punt. We'll see if they change their call based off that, though. No, they won't. And it takes a beautiful bounce. It's going to go out of bounds at the 31-yard line. So Evans Cuba does his job as a punter. But the Rams defense gets the important stop. 8:05 to go here in quarter number 3. It's the Rams down by 7 with a chance to tie this up.
A reminder to mark your calendars for
Rams are out for their second drive of the half, and it's a run up the middle to DJ Johnson, and he is met behind the line of scrimmage.
Johnson with a small loss. It'll be 2nd and 12.
They'll get him for a loss of 2. And that run game has surely but slowly started to slow down. Saw that in a previous game this year where the run was heavy early, but then the defense figured it out, and it's almost intercepted, but a flag did come in. C.J. McKinney couldn't get his hands on it, but it appeared that a defender ran into Lester, stopping his ability to make the catch. This should push the Rams forward. The refs conjure at the 35. And here's the call. And it is pass interference on the Knights.
Pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, looking at that play again.
15-yard will be marched off.
B. Donna bumped into Charles Lester's back right before it hit Charles Lester's hand. And so now it's 1st down and 10. Ball on their own 44-yard line. Riverview down by 7 with 7:25 here to play in the third quarter. Trying to drive down the field and take the lead. It's a pitch to Charles Lester. He needs to break a tackle, but he cannot. He's going to be brought down after a gain of 5.
Charles Lester, the third on the end around. T.J. Wilson on the tackle.
T.J. Wilson on the tackle. Wilson also had that nice kickoff return, which got this Clearwater team rolling. That offense was dead silent until T.J. Wilson's 60-yard kickoff return, which set them inside the 25-yard line. It's 2nd down and 5. Dawson in the shotgun. Johnson right behind him. They hand it to him. DJ Johnson is wrapped behind the line of scrimmage.
Johnson on the carry, no gain. It'll bring up
Savillano on the tackle once again. And now it is a big 3rd down for the Rams. 3rd down and 4. Johnson limping on the sideline. And Johnson is down. Trainer's with him. It's 3rd and 4. Chris Leeson up running back now. Low snap. Dawson looking. Fires to Bradley Willer, but he cannot get his hands on it. Good defense again by T.J. Wilson. And it brings up a big decision that the Rams have to make here. 4th down and 4 from their own 50-yard line. And they're going to keep the offense on the field. 6:03 to go in the third quarter. This is a huge play. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Dawson in the shotgun. Dawson drops back. Dawson looks, and it's intercepted. And he's still got some room. It is Dylan Simpson who is then lit up.
interception.
A nice hit by Dawson, but it ends up not mattering. On 4th down, Dylan Simpson gets the interception. Had the fumble recovery last week and gets the interception this week. But how about Jeremiah Dawson? Laid him out, man. My goodness. There's a flag on the play. And they're going to call a targeting on Jeremiah Dawson.
Personal foul on the Rams.
I'd like to watch that back. And surprising to say the least, looks fully like he led with the shoulder. It appeared as if Dawson led with the shoulder. However, that's not what the refs say. It's 15 yards for the Knights. And they'll hand it off up the middle to Campbell. And Campbell is tackled after a gain of 5. There's a flag that flies in from the right side, and it appears this run will be coming back. Another holding on the Knights.
Penalty on the flag. It'll be against Clearwater.
So the Knights lose 10 of the 15 that they had just got on the targeting on Jeremiah Dawson. Again, it was 4th down and 4 from the 50. Interception thrown. Dylan Simpson, leading tackler for this team, and makes a big play on 4th down. And a water break has been called. 5:45 to go here in quarter number 3. The Knights force a turnover and are in business inside the Riverview 30-yard line. 5:45 to go. It's the Knights 14 and the Rams 7. Welcome back on in. Clearwater on offense after forcing the interception on 4th down and 4. And inside the Rams 30, they can have a 2-score lead. Chuba drops back, fires, and he's got his receiver, and he shaves off some tacklers, tiptoes down the sideline, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Mackay Johnson.
By McKee Johnson. Pushed out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
So on 2nd down and around 20 yards, it's a 25-yard gain, and just like that, it's 1st down and goal for the Knights. Evans hands it off, and Campbell is going to be knocked down. Scooter Troutman pounces on him at the 2-yard line.
Stopped by big number 4, DeMarcus Abner. 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line. Knights trying to add on to their lead. Evans looking to the corner of the end zone. It's incomplete. Oh, and a late flag comes in. They're going to get Charles Lester for what either will be a holding or a pass interference. And the refs did talk it over. We'll see if the call does stand. And it does. It's a pass interference on Charles Lester.
Pass interference on the Rams.
So it's now 1st down and goal from the 1-yard line. Five minutes to go, 3rd quarter. The Knights look to Campbell. It's a pitch, and he gets into the end zone.
Touchdown,
Campbell,
Clearwater.
his first of the game.
Run by Khalid Campbell.
And the Knights have a 2-score lead. Well, both times that Riverview has turned the ball over tonight, excluding the first one, the last 2 turnovers for the Rams have ended in Clearwater scores. You don't have those 2 turnovers, it is 7-7 right now. All 3 times they have scored have been when they start inside the 30-yard line. And that's it. The Riverview defense hasn't done a great job backed up, but Clearwater when inside and behind their own 50, they haven't been able to move the ball down the field. However, these Riverview turnovers have been really costly, and it appears that Clearwater is going to elect to go for 2 here. They went for it earlier and got it easily. However, the reason they were still at 14 was Jack Perry's extra point after their second touchdown did get blocked.
Thanks again for Geckos. They provided the team meal. That's a lot of food, I'm sure, to feed all those guys and all the coaches. Thank you so much, Mike and Mike at Geckos.
If you would like to donate to our streams to keep us doing these live streams for you guys all season long, text GO RAMS to 243-725. Again, text GO RAMS to 243-725. Appreciate all your guys' support. And of course, if you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We will be live next week. First district rival Venice High School right here at Sarasota High School. Knights will elect to go for 2. Direct snap to Campbell. They'll pitch it to Luke Gudek, and he is going to be stopped. Going nowhere.
2-point conversion.
Scooter Trotman and Deshaun O'Lane in on the stop.
No 2 points for you. Clearwater 20, Rams 7.
So the Riverview defense gets a much-needed 2-point conversion stop. 4:54 to go here in the third quarter. Now, if you're able to get 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points, and with Stone Springman, that's more than likely that you're going to knock down both 2 extra points. You secure yourself a 21-20 lead. However, the offense is going to have to start moving the ball down the field, something they have struggled with all season long. Only 52 points for the Rams this entire season. And 31 came of that in their last win against Lehigh. 0 in the first 2. Well, they had 6 in the second game, so 58. But you had 0, 6, 14, and then 31, which was your nice scoring game. But so far, 4:54 to go here in the third quarter. And the Riverview offense has been held down yet again. It's a short kick. It bounces. Scooter Trotman bobbles it, picks it up at around the 20-yard line, looking for some blockers, and he gets lit up. Nice tackle right there by Lucio Del Gusta.
And number 56, Lucio Del Gusta.
So Jeremiah Dawson and the Rams need a response here. Down by 13. Time slowly but surely running out of this game. They'll start at their own 25-yard line. Riverview, if they cannot secure a win here tonight, are in danger of starting the year 1-4. Dawson bobbles the snap. He'll elect to keep it, and he is swarmed down to the ground. Led by Sean Sevillano.
Jeremiah Dawson with the carry. Short loss.
Dawson just a little rusty out there on the last couple of drives. He's got 2 interceptions on the night. And a big miscue right there on the first play. Second down and 11 coming up. Dawson, it's a screen to Wojtrowski. And Wojtrowski tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Dawson's pass.
Forrest Loving on the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And it is now third down and 13.
Tackle by Forrest Loving.
Riverview cannot afford a 3-and-out right here. Down 20-7. In danger of giving Clearwater the ball back in great field position. Dawson is in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking. Fires to Wojtrowski. Well short of the first down marker. It is a 3-and-out for the Rams And Stone Springman will have to come on out.
Wetropski on the catch. Short gainer. Tackled by Noah St. Just. To bring up 4th down for the Rams.
So Clearwater gets the stop that they need. 20-7 the score, and Clearwater gets another touchdown here. They might put Riverview out of grasp. Stone Springman to boot it away. And he does just that. High, booming kick. It will bounce to the 29-yard line before being down. Keone in there.
Springman gets a positive roll. Looks like it's going to be
And Clearwater will start on their own 30-yard line with 2:46 remaining here in the third quarter. The Riverview defense will need to come out and make a stop to keep themselves in this ball game. .246 remains here in the third quarter. It's been a really nice game for Campbell so far. He's got one rushing touchdown on the night, but he has just been plowing through this Riverview defense, especially in the second and third quarter. And after a slow start, Evans Chuba has really stepped it up for his team. Chuba fires for the first time of the night. It goes to Lubedick Martin, and he is still on his feet down the field, all the way down to around the 40-yard line. There's a flag way back at the 32-yard line.
Lubedick Martin, flag on the play. We'll check that.
And this will most likely be coming back. Lubedick Martin, his first reception of the game, his first target of the game. He has 9 receptions, 133 yards for 2 touchdowns on the year. And it's a block in the back on Clearwater. So that will neglect a huge game. And the Riverview offense getting a talking to over there on the sideline. All huddled up.
The 1st and 18.
Not imagine that conversation is a pleasant one right now with how this offense has been these past couple minutes. Movement at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like it's a false start. So back them up 5 more yards. So it started as a great drive for Clearwater after a 40-yard gain. A block in the back and a false start has pushed that way back. It is 1st down and 23. Ball at the 17-yard line. They'll hand it off to Cottrell. And Cottrell, in his first one of the game, bounces to the outside and gets 25. Ben Cottrell, the leading rusher for this Clearwater team, in his first one of the game.
Ball carrier number 32, Ben Cottrell. Big gainer, 1st and 10, Clearwater.
First down and 10, ball at their own 42-yard line. Drops back, looking to the right side, and it is incomplete. Was looking for Mackay Johnson.
Pass, incomplete, intended for Mackay Johnson.
2:02 to go here in the third quarter. Riverview needs to stop, and that was a golden opportunity. First down and 23. The Knights are backed up, but then the secret weapon that they haven't used all game, Ben Cottrell, a 25-yard run to the left side. It's 2nd down and 10 now for the Knights. It is back to Campbell, and Campbell is thrown to the ground. Henry for the Goro on the stop, and it is 3rd down and 11. .135 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Tackled by Henry.
The Knights
Figueroa.
on top.
3rd and 11.
Wide receiver goes in motion. Looking, fires deep down the middle, and it is incomplete. Again, anything not directly to the side where Chuba's got to look over the middle and kind of fire it in a pocket. Just has not been able to hit his receiver. And again, that receiver was open down the field. Wide open. It was Dallas Sims. And it brings up 4th down, so the Rams get the stop they need to keep them in this ball game. Punter trying to call timeout. They didn't see him. And it's a high snap, a chance to block it. And it looks like it was tipped. Oh, but then it will bounce all the way to the 33-yard line. An unfortunate break. The ball started bouncing at around the 50, and it bounces 17 yards. And the Rams will start at their own 33.
1st and 10, ball placed at the 34 yard.
That ball bounced at the Riverview 48-yard line all the way to the 33. A very generous bounce for the punter, Jack Perry. Jeremiah Dawson hands it off up the middle to Scooter Trotman, and Trotman picks up maybe a yard. Trotman coming off that 118-yard game last time out against Lehigh High.
Dylan Simpson.
So 2nd down and 9 coming up, 50 seconds to go here in the quarter. Dawson in the shotgun. He's got Scooter Trotman to his left. DJ Johnson did get hurt on that last drive. Trotman again. Trotman wrapped down right at the line of scrimmage again. And it will bring up 3rd down and around 9.
Scooter on a short gainer, tackled by number
And DJ
46,
Johnson
Anthony
comes
Papa.
back out onto the field. 18 seconds to go. See if they're able to get a snap off, or if they will elect to. They will not. End of the 3rd quarter here at Sarasota High School, home of the Rams for now. It is the Knights 20 and the Rams 7. 4th quarter action coming your way. Come back on 3rd down and 10, And Jeremiah Dawson is tripped down to the ground, and the Rams will be forced to punt it away.
On Dawson, number 59, Sean Civilano. That'll bring up 4th down for the Rams.
Exactly what you could not have to start the 4th quarter. Stone Springman set for yet another punt. 11:20 to go in this ballgame. Springman gets it away. A high punt. They'll let it bounce. And bounces tonight have gone the kicking team's way about every single time. Keone will count it at the 29-yard line. And the Clearwater offense back out onto the field.
Flag on the play, we'll check that.
There's a flag on the play. Refs will talk it over. And it was on sportsmanlike conduct on both teams. So those penalties will offset, and it will stay where the ball is now at the 29-yard line.
Offsetting penalties on.
Time is running out for the Rams tonight. They opened the scoring, got up 7-0, but after that, nowhere to be found. The defense will do what they can to keep them in this game. Or will the Clearwater offense put this game out of reach? Chuba is in the shotgun. Campbell to his left. Hands it off to Campbell. Campbell is tripped up. Good tackle right there by Kyle Neighbors. 2 tackles on the night and 2 fumble recoveries for Neighbors.
Nice tackle by Kyle Neighbors. Second and 10 for Clearwater.
Second down and 10 coming up here for the Knights. Fakes the handoff, looking over the middle to Martin, and Scooter Trotman lays a shoulder on him. Unable to grab it, and it brings up a huge 3rd down. Scooter Trotman is a guy that Coach Smithers talks very highly of. Coach Smithers was so impressed with his ability to run the ball against Lehigh, but not only his impact that he can have on the offensive side of the ball, his defensive ability, Coach Smithers has highlighted multiple times, also on special teams as well. 3rd down and 10, a man wide open. Can he get to the 1st down marker? He can! What a play that was by Dallas Sims.
Pushed out of bounds.
Dallas Sims was wide open on that left side and then just powered ahead for the 1st down. It's 1st down and 10 for the Knights. Ball at the Clearwater 46. Rolling to his right. Chuba sets his feet, fires over the middle, and it's caught by Jack Gudek, and he is in the end zone.
Pass by Chuba. Connects with
Roll to the right. Gudek cut it to the left, and he was open. And the Knights might have just put this ball game away. Chuba rolls to his right, and Jack was the only man on the left side. It was guarded by Eugene Hicks. And a beautiful play, rolled to the right, And just finally, his first pass he was able to complete over the middle. We had talked about that, not hitting the open guy in the middle when they've had a couple of wide open guys, but Chuba was able to do it that time, cut right up the field and in for 6. They'll go for 2. They'll pitch it, and it is incomplete. Deshaun Lave wanted to return it, but it was marked incomplete.
2-point to 10.
So it is 26-7.
DeMarcus Abner brings the score. Clearwater 26, Rams
A
7.
54-yard passing touchdown to Jack Gudek puts the Knights up 26-7. It was such a fast start for the Riverview Rams, forcing 3 turnovers on the Knights' first 3 drives. They weren't able to capitalize. However, they were able to get the first score, a 25-yard catch to Charles Lester. A great catch, great concentration on the play for him to be able to grab it. It gave the Rams a 7-0 lead, but TJ Wilson, that 60-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, lit the spark in this Knights offense. And ever since then, they haven't looked back. Jack Perry set to kick this one away to the Rams. Let's get a Trotman, and it appears Bradley Weller out there for the Rams. And here goes Weller. Weller on the return, cuts up the field, and then is slammed to the ground.
Bradley Weller
Elijah
on
St.
the
John
kickoff return.
on the tackle.
Ball's going to be placed first and 10.
So first down and 10 for the Rams at their own 23-yard line. 9:54 here remaining in the fourth quarter. Want to thank our sponsors, Sarasota Ford, Chick-fil-A, Pelican Plaza, New Concept Construction, Jim and Charlie and Cyprit. To donate to the live streams, make sure to text Go Rams to the 243-725. Again, to donate, text Go Rams to 243-725. The Rams will hand it off up the middle. It's to DJ Johnson trying to bounce to the outside, but absolutely not, says Sean Civillano. Slams him to the ground.
DJ Johnson.
Sean Civillano has offers from Indiana, Duke, Kansas, and the University of South Florida. And to bring up second down and 10. Dawson, once again, up the middle. And once again, Sean Civillano brings him to the ground. 2 runs up the middle and 2 stops by Sean Civillano.
Johnson on the carry. Sean Civillano with the tackle.
Civillano has been a huge part to this defense tonight. The Rams kind of have the offense going early with the run game, but Sean Civillano and his front 7 have put an end to that quickly. Dawson now airs it out, looking to the right, to the left side for Weller, and it's incomplete.
Dawson's
And it's
pass
again a 3 and out for the Rams offense.
intended for Weller.
And Stone Springman heads back out there.
Fourth down.
8:40 to go.
Rams, Springman
To go in the fourth quarter. And the Rams just have not been able to get anything going here in this second half. Only 1 first down. Rams might have to call timeout. 1 second on the play clock. They do get it off. Flags do come flying in. And here's the return. Got some space. And Vidana is tackled to the ground.
Tackled by Chase
And the Knights
Caldwell,
offense
flag on the play.
comes out once again. This was a 14-7 game at halftime. The Knights have scored 12 points in this half, 2 touchdowns. They failed to get the 2-point conversions the last 2 times. And it's just a game where the Rams were in it for such a long time, all the way until about the start of this quarter. The Rams were in it, had the ball in the start of the fourth quarter, down 20-7, nowhere near out of the game. In fact, they had the ball at the 50-yard line, 4th down and 4. You're able to get that 4th down and 4, move the ball down the field, and you're looking at a tie game. Now it's 26-7, 8:29 to play left in the fourth quarter, and you've just put yourself in so much of a hole. You're not going to be able to claw back out of it, unless your defense can force a turnover here. They have forced 3 already on the first 3 drives for Clearwater. So 1st down and 10 for the Knights. They're already across midfield to start this drive. It's Chuba in the shotgun. Drops back, looking down the field again. Got a receiver, but he underthrows his man. Scooter Trotman in coverage.
Pass falls incomplete.
Was looking for Jack Gudek's brother, Luke Gudek.
They'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Jack got the 54-yard receiving touchdown, which gave the Knights a 3-score lead. They were looking to go down the field to Luke, but Scooter Trotman, nice job to catch up with him, but Luke had a step on him. It's a bit underthrown by Evans. Evans on 2nd down and 10, hands it off up the middle to Campbell, and Campbell's going to be wrapped up after a gain of around 4 yards.
Campbell's run. Short game and bring up 3rd down for Clearwater.
3rd down coming up. Evans taking his time, looks over to the sideline. The clock is in their favor. Drops back. A play action deep down the field. Underthrows him. And it is incomplete. We'll see if any flags come flying. They do not. Looked like he might have gotten there just a tad early, but the refs hold off on the flags. It'll bring up 4th down.
Fourth down, Clearwater.
Fourth down and 10. Every time they looked like they were going to go for it on this type of play, Evans has just elected to punt it. See what they do here. 4th down and 10, ball at the Riverview 47-yard line. And a timeout is called by the Knights.
Timeout, Clearwater, their second charge timeout of the second half.
So 7:32 to go in the fourth quarter. The Knights in control over the Rams. It's 26-7. Welcome back on in. 7:32 to go in the fourth quarter. The offense still out on the field. And this time they are going to go for it. They're going to throw it deep down the field, and it is caught! And it is a touchdown for the Knights! Luke Gudick on the reception. And the Knights are pouring it on this Thursday night.
Pass completed.
They wanted to go down the field for Luke Gudick earlier on the drive, and this time they find him. 4th down and 10 on their opponent's 47-yard line. They air it out 47 yards for a score. Talk about guts. And might have thrown Riverview off guard. The last couple times that they had elected to do that on 4th down, Evans punted it. This time, he didn't. Drew did a little play action, had Luke down the field, in for 6. And Jack Perry on to attempt the extra point. Low snap. It is deflected. It looked like at the line. However, it still goes in. Jack Perry knocks in the extra point, and it is 33-7.
Score with 7:24 left in the game. Clearwater 33, Rams 7.
So the twins, or the brothers, Luke Gudick and Jack Gudick, both with 45-plus receiving yard touchdowns on the night so far. And both have been on back-to-back drives. You had the 54-yarder from Jack Gudick, and then just now on that 4th down and 10, 47 yards down the field to Luke Gudick. We talked about it early in the second quarter, or it was probably early in the first quarter, when this Clearwater offense was struggling. They needed a big play. Luke Gudick and Jack Gudick are two of their key components on the offensive side of the ball. Some of Evans' favorite target, and he's proved it here tonight, finding them both to put this game away from the Rams.
Slow start, good finish.
Lester back this time to receive it, along with Scooter Trotman. And they'll do a little pooch kick, and it's going to be fair cut at the 30-yard line. Christian Letzo.
Christian leads out with a heads-up play, fair catch for Rams.
First down and 10 coming up here for the Rams. 7:22 remaining here in quarter number 4. Rams offense going to try and end this game on a positive note. First couple drives were promising, took the lead 7-0, but since then, this Clearwater defense has shut down this Riverview run game, and they do it yet again. Stop behind the line of scrimmage. Delano Glod on the stop.
No gain, 2nd and 10.
That front four in particular from the Knights tonight has just been outstanding. After the first quarter, they have locked in on DJ Johnson in the run game. We'll hand it back to Johnson. Johnson just trying to find anywhere to run, and he can't. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Johnson on the carry.
Johnson just has nowhere to run, and there is a Riverview player down.
Officials timeout for injured player.
And it looks like this might be DJ Johnson. It appeared he was cramping earlier in the game, went down to the sideline, and the trainer worked on him. And now, another injury here. We'll step aside with 6:34 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Knights lead 33-7. Third down and 10 coming up here for the Rams. Knights show pressure. Dawson deep down the field, and it is well underthrown and intercepted by B. Donna. He's down the sideline, and he is jumping his way for 6.
Interception by Clearwater, number 2, Noah St. Juice.
Dawson hit hard on the play, underthrew his receiver well short, and Gideon B. Donna returns it 50 yards for 6. The Knights pour it on. And pardon my correction, that was Noah St. Juice on the interception. So Noah St. Juice, a 50-yard interception return for a touchdown. And the Knights an extra point away from going up 40-7. It is good.
Jack Perry with
6:15 to go in the fourth quarter.
39, Rams 7.
And the Knights have scored 40 straight unanswered points. It's 40-7. This was a 7-point game at halftime, 14-7. It was a 13-point game going into the fourth quarter. It was 20-7. Halfway through the fourth quarter, 3 touchdowns for the Knights. It's 40-7. And Jack Perry will boot this one away. And another little pooch kick. And they'll take a knee. Chris Lease downs it. And a water break with 6:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Knights all over the Rams tonight here at Sarasota High School. It's the Knights 40 and the Rams 7. And the Riverview offense back out there to hand off right up the middle. And guess who was in there? Sean Sevillano once again.
Tackled by big number 59, Sean Sevillano. 2nd and 9.
It's going to be back to the drawing board for the Rams next week. And their opponent just gets tougher. They'll have to face their rival, Venice High School, here at Sarasota High School in a district match. And if you're not able to win that game against Venice, your game here at this stadium away against Sarasota in 2 weeks is a spot for the playoffs. And this is no easy Sarasota side that the Rams get to face this year. Sarasota's 4-1. Sarasota is the best they've been in years. And Riverview's going to have to come ready to play when that time comes. Nice run up the middle right there by Chris Lease. picks up a Riverview first down. Just their second of the quarter. Again, up the middle to Lease. Lease powers ahead, gets around 3. You look at this team right now, and the offensive struggles. Corrections have to be made going into next week against a top 3 team in the entire state of Florida. And then if you can't pull a victory out of that game, I know I just mentioned it, but that game against Sarasota becomes more important than it has in the last 12 years. I don't know if ever in these past 11, 12 years that Riverview has beaten Sarasota, that the winner goes to the playoffs and the loser's season ends. The stakes will be high in that matchup, higher than they might ever have been. And a delay a game on the offense. The clock is not working on the scoreboard presented to you. It is 4:04 to go in the fourth quarter. Second down and 12 for Jeremiah Dawson in the offense. Handoff up the middle to Chris Lease. Lease a nice run, and he'll get around 5-6 yards on the carry.
Chris Lease on the run, tackled by number 26, Anthony Papa. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Rams.
3rd down and 7 coming up. Riverview has not had its way with 3rd down conversions yet. Dawson. Clearwater shows pressure. Handoff up the middle. And Lease is tackled at the 45-yard line, short of the first down marker.
Lease on the carry. Tackled by...
And it'll bring up 4th down and 4.
It'll bring up 4th down for the Rams.
And the offense is going to stay on out there. 4th down and 4 coming up here for the Rams. Dawson in the shotgun. Chris Lease to his right. Hands it off to Lease. Lease, did he get the first? Doesn't look like it. He's short. A turnover on downs with 2:33 to play. The Knights will take over past midfield. And a Ram hobbling off the field. Appeared to be Chris Lease, who was injured. So the backup now in for Clearwater. It is Danny McMullen. See if they give him a few shots to air it out. And it's a false start on the Knights.
False start on Clearwater, 1st and 15.
.230 to go left in this one. And they'll hand it off up the middle. Makes a nice cut. And he gets hit down hard right there. Shane Hanning, his first run of the game.
Shane Hanning on the ball carry.
A little bit of tempo shown here by the Knights. McKinney throws it down the field, got a man wide open, and he's in for 6. Amit Param for the touchdown.
By number 21, Emil Baram for a Clearwater touchdown.
Danny McMullen, the backup quarterback, comes in firing, and he throws a bomb down the field, 49 yards to Barron. Barham just flew right by his defender on the right side. Jaden Poole was in coverage, just was not ready for Barham on that play, and up 46-7. They're going to go for 2. And it is now a running clock as well. And they will not go for 2. They will just take a knee. Don't want to risk any injury to their kicker.
Clearwater takes a knee on the PAT.
And the clock will wind down here. There's a minute left, and it is a running clock. Under a minute to go. The Rams, who were up 7-0, get outscored 46-0 to end the game. The Knights didn't come ready to play to start this game, but they corrected themselves quickly. And once they did, the Rams were not able to respond. The Rams will start the year 1-4. And the game's just going to end there. They will not kick it off. The players will meet in the middle, and that will wrap up tonight's contest.
Here as a home game at
Clearwater International Academy Knights knock off the Rams 46-7. Riverview falls to 1-4 with 3 games remaining. And for the first time in a couple seasons, the best Riverview can do now is 500. They've got a game versus Venice next Friday in the first district game, and then against Sarasota, and then a game to be determined. Could be against Charlotte, or if it's not against Charlotte and they're not ready to play due to Hurricane Ian, other teams could end up happening. But for now, 3 games left in the season. The Rams 1-4. But the good thing about this is they have not played their district games yet. They have 2 district games to play. The only teams in their district are Venice High School and Sarasota High School. You win both those games, it doesn't matter what happened in the first 4 or 5 games of the season. Scratch all of it. The mindset for the Rams heading into this week needs to be home field advantage during the entire playoffs is right on our side. We had to win 2 games. They're 1-4 right now, but they win 2 games in a row, and boy, does it feel like they're undefeated. You win those 2 games, it's more important than winning any of those other 4. In fact, you'd rather win just those 2 than win these first 5 games of the season. But that's what the Rams are going to have to go to work this entire week. They have an extra day to do so, and they'll face off here at Sarasota High School against Venice, with the chance then next week, if they're able to win, play for a district championship against Sarasota High School. From the entire production crew and I, thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. The Rams lose 46-7. We'll be back next week, same spot at 7:30 versus Venice High School.
Nation, Coach Smithers here. I'm excited to get this football season underway. I'm also excited to bring to you another season of our football games via YouTube. If you like the games that you're able to watch every weekend, we'd love to get your help. There are two ways to do it. You can do it either via text or you can do a sponsorship. If you're interested, please contact Jackie Weller. Her information is on the screen. Thank you very much for tuning in, and go Rams.